Greetings, Cauldron of Weird fans. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special video for you today. I have Escaped the Fate here with me. Gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with me.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, anytime. But welcome to Columbus. Welcome. I know it's game day here, so you get to experience all the true chaos.
It's been pretty interesting walking around the city today, for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of dumb college kids, for sure.
A lot of drunk college kids.
You watch movies like Neighbors and stuff like that, and you just think, that's crazy, but that's not real. It's actually even more intense in real life.
Yeah.
Like, freaking the whole town is just partying. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's Columbus on game day, that's for sure. Crazy enough, I actually used to live like a mile that way, so I used to experience it every week.
Ironically, this giant party for game day, the least important thing about the party seems to be the game. No one's actually watching it.
That's very true. So, well, welcome to Columbus, welcome to the Newport. 10 years for this album. Ironically enough, given our earlier conversation, my favorite song off that is Ashley. What's it like bringing some of these songs back? You know, because, you know, with the way album cycles work is, you know, you have to cycle certain things in and out. How much of this album have you really been bringing to this tour? Just given, like, set lengths and...
I mean, we're playing the whole thing front to back. I know for me, like, at that time, it was really tumultuous when we put it together. It was really weird. Craig was leaving Bless the Fall. We were getting Craig, and it was a very odd time for sure. And I feel like having life experience now, like, I connect to those songs better now than I did back then, because I was just a young, dumb kid with a dream. Now I'm an adult with, like, again, experience. So, like, I relate to some of the stuff that Craig was singing about back then a lot more now. And so it's actually refreshing to play some of them, and just refreshing to go back and learn some of these songs. And it's just really weird, like, holy shit, like, how do we think of this? And maybe I didn't appreciate this song back then, but I like it now. It's crazy.
I mean, you always want to try and revisit things and see if you can gain a new perspective on them. That's actually funny. That does lead into another question I wanted to ask. You know, Craig, Bless the Fall. I mean, this is a former band of yours. Is this kind of along the lines of like the Bury the Hatchet tour was, or is this a much more, I guess, harmonious thing?
More of a harmonious thing. I don't think there was ever a hatchet to be buried. I didn't really have a chip on my shoulder, you know, when they moved on and I moved on. But it's awesome. Aside from like Warped Tour festivals here and there, I haven't done a tour with those guys since I was in the band. You know, so it's cool to see them perform every night and just share the road with them. Celebrating 10 years of albums that were both created out of a very tumultuous time in all of our lives. So the fact that we're all here together, you know, sharing the road and sharing the stage after 10 years, which is already just a awesome thing to accomplish in the first place.
Sure.
As a band, it's great.
Yeah, very much so. I'm curious about, but speaking of albums, I want to actually talk to you guys a lot about your current album that you're on. I Am Human.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal album. I've been listening to it all week in preparation for this. The title track, really, really good. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of people who are in the LGBT community have really latched on to this song as an anthem, if you will. You know, as a song that gives them hope and a song that gives them something to cling on to. I just wanted to hear your reaction for hearing something like that. What does that mean to you hearing this?
Well, that makes me extremely happy. That was my goal when writing the song. You know, not necessarily just strictly the LGBT community, but just everyone in general. I wanted to touch base on, and we had conversations about that when we were writing the song. It's like, do we go super direct? Do we leave it kind of vague? You know, how are we gonna convey this message? And you know, we try to convey it in our best way. So to hear that that's what people are taking it as makes me very humbled and very happy.
I think the directness honestly really leans into the song. but not all of the songs, it seems, were so easy to write. I actually did see a quote from TJ that some of the songs took about 5 years to get written. It's on your website, man.
What are you talking about?
Some of the songs from the current album, I Am Human.
Nah, man. We wrote
No?
this in like a year.
This was on your website.
On our band's website?
Yeah.
Oh, so look at it, man.
Look at it, man.
You guys could edit some of this.
I can cut this out.
Let's see, where are we at?
It was in the...
Did you look on Wikipedia or something?
No, it was definitely on your website.
Oh, man, because
I mean, the only thing I can think of is a song that Kevin put on "Hate Me" was like an old song he had from like years
we
prior.
didn't have a Bible on our site, dude. We need this shit.
I'm glad I can open some.
Let me see, pull it. I want to see what you're talking about.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Well, look, either way, there's a couple things. Wikipedia, you got it from.
No, I don't like using Wikipedia. It's too unreliable. That's not it.
So is her website.
Jesus, if I could type right now, that would be sweet. This will all get cut out, by the way.
I think you should just leave it completely raw. It's super raw. People just invest into it. Nah.
Just people be like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, anyways, I mean, look, regardless, I mean, some of the songs, there was a couple, Kevin's song on Hate Me, which was called Live for Today, he had on his hard drive as a demo he had made years and years prior, and he's just like, you know, sometimes there's songs we're excited about, sometimes there's songs you forget about or you just never think much of, and then you end up like just showing it because it's like, well, what do you got? I say, what do you got? Well, I got this thing. What do you think? And that song was one that took a while to see the light of day. So maybe it's that one. And I know one of the songs I contributed was If Only, and I had that one 3 years prior, and then it came out like I finally was just like, no, fuck that, guys. I like this one. It's gotta work, and we made it happen. But took a little while for that one. Other than that, yeah, it tends to be kind of in the moment for the most part. So
Yeah.
but here and
I mean, when I was writing Beautifully Tragic, there was some, I used the lyrics that I had sitting around for a couple of years that finally worked to that music. So,
yeah.
you know, but as far as creating the songs, there wasn't a single track that was just sitting around for 5 years that finally made it onto a record or anything.
But where were you heading with this anyways, though?
I just wanted to touch on, like, were certain songs more difficult than others to write?
I wrote all the songs 5 years ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially for a band like ours, I don't know how many bands operate the way we do. I just watched Bohemian Rhapsody finally. We're a democracy, so everyone has a voice, everyone has a say. Some days, usually me, it's like you're super stubborn, you get set, like, no, this has to be this way. And then sometimes it's like, all right, dude, I gotta shut up and just let their dream happen and help them out and facilitate any way I can. So it depends on the song, but yes, sometimes they're a little bit harder to write than others because sometimes it's just getting them from voice memo to the final product is difficult. Sometimes getting it from like, here is the final product, but you guys don't get it. But you need to kind of battle it, and then finally it's just like, all right, so I'm gonna shut up about it, so let's try to figure this out. And then sometimes the band is split. 2 guys love it, 2 guys hate it, and it's just, yeah, it just depends, man. It's like, sometimes it's a very difficult, long process, but I think that's just our way of having quality control to make sure that everyone's not only happy, but that, you know, we're not gonna just let anything get by. That we have to make sure every song has a purpose, and it's something that's enjoyable.
All right. I never really had this issue. My last band was only 2 people, including myself. So I was very lucky, and we were both very much on the same page. So we're gonna close this out. Some rapid fire questions. All right.
I think way too slow.
Really?
I think way too soon. Just repeat that in the interview and zoom into his face every time.
So, first question. Favorite movie?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
See, like, I could say Forrest Gump, but I'm already thinking and debating it. I'm going to go with Good Will Hunting.
That's a
Good
good
Will
movie.
Hunting and Forrest Gump 1A, 1B, depending on the mood. And we were just watching Forrest Gump right before we walked in.
I think mine's
We
3
watched
miles.
Forrest Gump
3 miles good.
probably like 300 times on the road.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Anything with Tom the Man Hanks.
You can have Tom Hanks nights.
We're going to dress up as Tom Hanks characters for Halloween this year.
So, next question. PlayStation, Xbox, or PC?
Xbox, no
PlayStation.
question.
PlayStation.
What?
Yeah.
I'm with these guys on it.
Controllers, like,
I was an Xbox dude for a long time, and I just haven't touched it in like 2 years.
I have both, but I do prefer.
Yeah, I have
the
everything,
PlayStation.
but I do my PlayStation more.
Halo.
Favorite drink at the moment?
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned.
Skull bourbon.
Does not have to be an alcoholic drink.
Sprite Zero.
Just told me that you hated Sprite Zero last comments ago.
Well,
I got it specifically for you. You got
Yeah.
it yesterday. So you can
maybe it was because it was warm. I need ice and it was warm and it was out of a can. I don't know.
I've been obsessed with dirty chai iced lattes from Starbucks.
All right. Favorite band that you're currently listening to at the moment?
Doesn't have to be a modern band. Or
It does
current
not have to be a modern band. It can be whatever you
By the
want.
way, it's a rapid fire question, so answer it quick.
Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Angels and Airwaves.
I'm a jam with Post Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone, really?
Just because both of them have been releasing new songs.
Mhm.
It's been pretty interesting.
I've just been deep diving Queen and going through their entire catalog.
I saw them last month. Them and Adam Lambert.
That's crazy.
Phenomenal show.
Nice.
Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? And it's of vital importance to this channel. This question.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need the pineapple, and if pineapple's on it, I'm not gonna eat the pizza.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's why I'm
You gotta be in the mood, but it's definitely not a crime.
yeah.
I'm taking that as a yes. So you know what, Bryant, suck it. And last but not least, also a vitally important question to this channel. What's your favorite bird?
Favorite
The mighty bald
Bald
eagle.
Eagle, dude.
That's American as fuck.
the mighty ball.
Gorgeous and elegant, fierce.
And graceful. Very
Graceful and
graceful.
fierce.
Black Swan.
The black
The
swan.
Black Swan. The flamingo.
The mighty sparrow.
The mighty sparrow. The fearless blue jay.
Jesus. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
This has been a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Appreciate it, man.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out our merch store. Check out our Patreon. You can check out me on Twitch at Cauldron of Weird. You can check out Bryant on Twitch at Ragtime Roast Beef. We'll see you all in the next video.
Ragtime.
Ragtime roast beef, Cauldron of Weird.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! I'm glad we didn't know the names of any of this till after we started recording. 'Cause I'd be on the bus right now.
But
That's right though.
thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll see you next time. I'll be the same.
Peace.